All right, Ecclesiastes 11, let's call this one Hope, even in obscurity, in this chapter that 3 times is going to talk about the ways in which you do not know, which basically includes me because it's you coming from Solomon and I ain't Solomon. So the 3 I don't knows or you don't know statements seem to deal with the ways in which we do not know what will happen in nature, the way we don't know what will happen with God, and the way we do not know what will happen with money, or seems like more generally the economy. In those first 4 verses, talking about not knowing what will happen with nature, are super similar to what we will even see in the modern day insurance industry when they have things called acts of God that they account for. And so likewise, as we talked about in that next section, verse 5, literally talking about the ways in which we do not know how God will act in general, leaving us a level of uncertainty with, among other things, the economy, things that he talks about in verse 6. Like we said, those 3 I don't know or you don't know statements coming up in verse 2, the first section of those first 4 verses. Verse 5, the section talking about God, and verse 6 talking about uncertainty regarding money. However, there is a way to thrive even in the uncertainty of all these circumstances, and that is the value of what Solomon seems to be talking about, helping us to remember the way in which we need to take favorable conditions to prepare for the uncertainty of nature. And then likewise, the way in which we need to take favorable seasons of finances to prepare for uncertainty in later days or later financial times, because we just don't know what the future will hold with markets, etc. And so finally, he's going to talk about once again the way in which these, among other things, are vanity, not the least of which is long life. Long life is a blessing, but he says it's vanity once again, lest we forget. And he's going to talk about, likewise, youth, the younger portion where we have more vitality and more ability, quite likely. He says that's vanity as well, unless we remember that in the vanity of youth, it may have a significance in the quality of life we live, allowing us in our youth to do our best to prepare for uncertainties in the environment. Likewise, in our youth to prepare for uncertainties in finances. And as he reminds us to rejoice in our youth, God willing, he is likewise reminding us not to rejoice so much in our youth that we compromise our ability to physically be able to enjoy our latter years, should God bless us with long